Hello. Today I'm going to be profiling a CZ83, Model 83, first manufactured, I believe, in 1982 or 1983 from the factory in the Czech Republic. I think that was Czechoslovakia before the Iron Curtain went down at the time. These are all metal. This magazine is difficult to drop. 12 rounds in the mag and one in the chamber if you were going to do a carry. The pistol is cleared, nothing in the magazine. Safety. The pistol will fire without the magazine in. There's no mag safety. It has a single action and double action. Double action's 8-9 pounds. Single action's 3 or so pounds. Very smooth, very accurate pistol. The only way to decock this is with you hold back the trigger as you release the hammer back onto the purchase here, which there's a little play to it, which before the hammer contacts the firing pin, which is kind of a safety feature, but it's not really a safety. It's easier for me, or safer to drop the mag and then take the round out of the chamber. It's safer for a function for me, but you can decock it manually. It has a safety feature that is, and it will not fire. Well, as long as you want to check that, but it has the safety, trigger safety, and with that off, it will go ahead and fire. Like I said, it's very smooth to fire, very comfortable firearm. It's 9mm Browning, which is the 380 auto semi-automatic round. Originally, these were manufactured as the Model 82 in the Czech Republic, and they used the 9mm Makarov round, which is that 1mm casing size closer to the regular 9mm Luger cartridge. I find 380 a very comfortable round to shoot. There are several different self-defense rounds that are quite adequate for personal carry, and of course regular full metal jacket 95 grain rounds are they penetrate right through stuff. They just don't have much stopping power, according to a lot of experts. But I still don't want to get shot with anything, to tell you the truth. And they use these all over Europe, the 32 caliber and the 380 caliber, for decades in Europe to fight off dastardly criminals. So I have a kind of a mixed feeling about the American conversation about 9mm stopping power. It is more energy, and it's a better round for self-defense, but the 9mm is also, you have to have the right pistol to shoot it out of, because it has a pretty felt recoil to any smaller gun you might want to shoot. This isn't a small gun. It's well over 2 pounds, especially with a loaded magazine in it. This is a 2-pound plus handgun to carry around. And it will give you quite a smooth response when you want to aim and shoot at something. Okay, I like it very much, and I'll keep a report going on my findings and my comparison to other pistols. But this is the first of my collectible series on the 380 CZ Model 83. Thank you. Okay, field strip for the CC Model 83. You have to drop the magazine. And of course, make sure the pistol's clear, nothing in the chamber. You release the trigger guard and slide back, slide goes back, and it's pretty simple. That's it. The barrel is attached to the frame. Reassemble. Oh, this things don't get too sticky. Slide over, pull in, reconnect. Kind of slick the way that pops loose and goes back in. You can put the mag in, or it will. There is no magazine safety on that gun, which we talked about earlier. Okay, so that's the field strip and reassembly for the CZ Model 83. Thank you. Okay, you can go to the CZ website to find the CZ Model 83. This particular handgun was discontinued in 2012. This is different. Note, I have a little cursor I can drag around here, but this trigger guard is the later model trigger guard. I like the more fully rounded trigger guard like I have on my pre-90s model CZ83. But it still has a pretty good the description is pretty straightforward. 9mm Browning, which is the 380 auto, compact all steel semi-automatic handgun on the blowback breech principle. Specifications, testimonials. Why don't we gotta put on this clip up on our? Any rate, we don't have any specs or testimonials to pop up on our sheet here, but I've been just showing you on the video gives pretty much what the handgun is and how it operates, functions. The history behind it is the CZ factory imported them as a commercial venture back in the 80s, and then later, after the Iron Curtain fell back in the 90s, they made money selling off their old stock to the people in the West, the gun collectors, which, like me, I find that these are very attractive to me. You're not going to use it much for self-defense. Practically speaking, there's a lot better carry versions, even in the 380 platform, but as a collectible, this is a great gun. Okay, thank you. Back at ya. Still got my CZ83 out. I'm going to use this little clip for comparison purposes. Both my firearms magazines have been removed and the chambers are clear. This comparison is for the size and weight of the modern carry pistol. This is a Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm 2.0. It's considerably, noticeably lighter, especially when you carry it on the hip, than the CZ. Although I like the feel of this CZ handgun better. And to tell you the truth, when I go to the range and I shoot this pistol, while it has a very consistent trigger pull to it, there's a noticeable shock to the firearm when you pull the trigger and the gun fires. It's a bite that happens when you shoot this 9mm shield. And that's what I was talking about in the smaller frame, that this handgun does not bite you back when you shoot it. Of course, it's a lighter energy 380 round, but it's still, for accuracy purposes, I don't shoot that well with this handgun. Anything after about 21 feet away, 7 yards. You really have to take aim to hit it. For me, I really have to take aim to hit it. While I like this handgun, and I'm glad I have it as a carry firearm, in terms of an enjoyable firearm to shoot, the CZ Model 83 is much better. That said, this is the modern classic firearm. It's about 6 years old. I've had this for 6 when the model came out new, and I like it. It's an 8-round magazine and a 7-round backup magazine, and I believe they have different configurations. You get bigger magazines, but they stick out too far, and for carry purposes, it's nice to have the trimmer gun. I mean, you can see both of them are they kind of fit into the same package as small and fit the hand quite well. I do believe the CZ barrel is about 3/4 of an inch longer when you compare ejection ports to the pistols. Like I said, that's for comparison purposes. My channel here is mostly for collectible reasons, but it's always nice to compare it to someday, I guess these Shield polymer frame handguns will be collectibles, but for now, this is the modern era gun, and this is the era gone by the wayside. Thank you. Oh, one second before I say bye. This CZ snuggles into the Kagwa holster quite well, which also was made specifically, I guess, for the Smith & Wesson Shield. Well, those are pretty cool. And that universal hand soft belt ambidextrous holster fits both handguns also. So that's good. Once more,